Hello everyone, welcome to Home of Politics. I continue appreciating your support, your subscription, your comment, and the sharing of the videos. Thank you so much. Do not forget to turn on the notification button so that when I update my videos, you don't miss out on the content. I also welcome the returning viewers, returning subscribers. Please, we need your support so much for us to grow together. Thank you for tuning in. My good people, there have been a meeting including Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munywa, and Nderitu Muriithi. And from the official Twitter account of Martha Karua, she posted that they were in the Kamwene meeting. My good people, for those who does not understand the meaning of the term Kamwene, it is from the Kikuyu language, and in English it means regrouping, something like nepotism. And so, for our case, the Kikuyu people, the likes of Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni, if I can go in specific in political parties, that is Jubilee and NARC Kenya, they are regrouping, going back to their local people, like their local ground where they belong to. For instance, these people have been in front line fighting for politics, coming in unison with other people like the ODM and other political parties. But if we look from the basis of the ground, the foundation has been very weak, has been very poor, and maybe these are the reasons as to why they have decided to regroup, and so they have termed it as Kamwene Consultative Meeting. My good people, we have been seeing what have been happening with the group of AZIMIO La Umoja coalition, whereby there have been recent forms of disintegration this year. Specifically, several political parties have deviated and joined Kenya Kwanza government, and there are more possibility of more political parties and specific people joining Kenya Kwanza government, just distancing themselves with AZIMIO La Umoja coalition. For instance, if I can just take you back through history, because history of Kenya can repeat itself and it's not a mistake. Back from the year 2008 coming to 2023, the AZIMIO La Umoja have been evolving from one name to another, from different people, until when it arrived to 2023, 2022 there, when it came to become AZIMIO La Umoja coalition. At first we had Pentagon coalition, we had CORD, we had NASA, and finally this year we have AZIMIO. When we follow in a close record, the people who have been in Pentagon, we had William Ruto. By those time they were together with Raila Amolo Odinga. Coming to CORD, we had CORD and NASA, we had people like Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula, and so many people. Coming to AZIMIO, disintegration happened, and these people changed their direction, and this is what happened. Now people are very independent. And just to explain this about the meeting that Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munywa, and Nderitu Muriithi on the Kamwene Consultative Meeting can be just a reflection of what has been happening in the past years, whereby the group is disintegrating and people are finding other directions and means of survival. Why do you think these people have decided to regroup into tribal or measuring their regions where they come from? For instance, Jeremiah Kioni and Martha Karua, they come from the Mount Kenya region, and maybe they are trying to regroup into smaller group according to their tribes because of these reasons. One possible reason is they have been locked out of the Kenya Kwanza AZIMIO talks, which have been scheduled, but it is not updated the date when this talk will happen. We see the people who have been considered to be in the talk. We see people like Opiyo Wandayi, Eugene Wamalwa, we have Amina Mnyanzi, and another one. And this one has not been favorable for these people because we do not see any person from Mount Kenya region. And maybe being locked out is one of the specific reasons as to why they are regrouping into several groups uniting with their locals from their regions. We have another reason, maybe they have decided to be united with their locals. For instance, if we can look at the history of Peter Munywa, he is the former governor of their county, and we see somebody like Nderitu Muriithi, he has something to do with Pan-Africanism, and these people have their own history, and they have some connection how they can interact with the local, how they can organize politics from the foundation of their local people. And so maybe they have tried to go back at home and form unity with these local people so that they can have a strong Mount Kenya movement come 2027. Another possible reason as to why these people have been having their consultative meeting, we can see Martha Karua has been in the front line to fight for Azimio la Umoja coalition. But looking at her foundation back in her own county, for instance, it is very disappointing because being a candidate as a vice president, but you are scoring only 365 votes from your own county. This means that she has no strong foundation. For instance, there is no even MCA, women rep, governor, MP, or even herself who qualified to win any of the dockets in her own party. And this shows that Martha Karua has to think more and go back, at least change her direction, consult the local people in her own region, and at least coming the next time, she might sprout with a lot of strength. And so the meeting, maybe it was to discuss how Martha Karua can start with a new foundation with the locals of her own region in Kirinyaga County. Then we have another possible reason. It is about the isolation of Jubilee and NARC Kenya, which is specific region of Mount Kenya. We can see ODM is the biggest party in Azimio la Umoja coalition, followed by other political parties like Jubilee, which is having a lot of people. And of late, people from Jubilee and NARC Kenya have been disintegrating, and there is even a possibility of somebody like Charity Ngilu is being wanted so much, and there is possibility she might disintegrate with Azimio la Umoja to join the Kenya Kwanza. And so having this tendency of people migrating from one political party to another, it is a form of showing the signs of weakness in Azimio la Umoja, and therefore there is a possibility that the isolation of Jubilee and NARC Kenya as Mount Kenya region from being in the front line of Azimio la Umoja coalition might be a reason as to why these two people, Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni, have decided to have consultative meeting to discuss about their future progress. My good people, I don't know what you think, but just today, Jeremiah Kioni has just declared with his mouth, I will read, I challenge you, DA, since you are the ones in government, just to do better than Jubilee. We agree we didn't do what Kenyans expected. Just do better than us and stop thinking about us throughout. That is Jeremiah Kioni on 3rd August 2023. My good people, according to the statement of Jeremiah Kioni, they are not resisting again to the government, and they are acknowledging that they did not satisfy the will of the citizens of Kenya. For instance, Jeremiah Kioni and Jubilee, we are talking about the previous regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. And since Jeremiah Kioni is declaring it, and he is the General Secretary of Jubilee, then it means something here is cooking, and this is a good promise, because one way of healing it is accepting your mistake and moving on. My good people, continue channeling your idea about this, what we have been talking about, and thank you so much for watching. Good day.